Okay. All right, guys. So the last week's recording, for some reason, when I hopped onto YouTube today, I seen that it was still sitting there. That's why it's not posted. So I'm going to try to reattempt to re-upload that after I upload this one. So we'll get that up for you. So anyways, I was sitting there thinking about Monday motivation. And if you guys didn't know, like I went live today on the team page, and then I went live on my personal page, and it all stemmed from conversations. It stemmed from, actually, I saw this post, or I get like motivational stuff every day, like all day long on my phone. If you don't have an app like that, I highly suggest it, or like an affirmations app or something like that, because it's literally going to keep you like constantly being fed positivity. And just for example, one of the things that came across today was be stubborn about your goals and flexible about your methods. And I want you to think about that because, one of the topics tonight is definitely your mindset. And you have to think about it like this, okay? In Stacy's Zoom last night, I don't know how many of you guys were on it or weren't on it, but watch the recording. If not, there was a short video. And on that short video, it talked about the more people you talk to, the more people that you get in front of, the more likely you are to get those yeses, that you're going to have hard no's. You're going to have people that are like sitting on the fence. And then you're going to have people that are just going to say yes because they want what you have. And they're going to be the easy yeses. But you're not going to get to those people if you stop on all the hard no's, or if you stop on all the maybes. And all those maybes might go to somebody else in the process if you're not following up or you're not talking to them, right? So you have to remember this. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you can't control somebody's yeses or nos, okay? All your job is to present it and to follow up with them. And there is no right way to, like, you're not going to know what you're doing all the time whenever you're presenting it. And you have to realize that it's okay. It's okay to be a beginner. And your mindset has to be, how many people can I talk to? And how can I get in front of more people? And Stacy even talked about this last night, was the fact that if you were to ask everybody right now in the chat, if we were to ask them, let me pull up the chat real quick. If we were to ask everybody in the chat right now, how many new people did you get yourself in front of today? Okay. A lot of you guys could not say that you got yourself in front of a bunch of new people, because a lot of you guys just posted to your Facebook, or you just posted to one of your social media platforms. And so I want you to, as you go on to the rest of, these next couple of weeks, I need you to realize this. Can your current market, or do you think your current market is who is going to take you to 200 if you're not already 200K? And I can tell you that without a shadow of a doubt, when I started in this industry, I used Facebook only when I started, and I had 200 friends. Now, what if I hadn't signed up because I was on calls, and we didn't have Zooms back then, and we didn't have Facebook Lives back then. We had recorded videos, so from YouTube, and we had calls. So if I wasn't on the calls, I could call in and listen to the recording, or I could watch a YouTube video. And on every single one of those, or if I just Googled network marketing, how to expand my reach in network marketing, it was always about networking. It was always about getting in front of new eyes. So on those calls, I heard online events, or getting to vendor shows, or having, I signed up. A lot of you guys have heard my story. I signed up for every Working Women's Wednesdays at this place called Copper House Grill. And even though I didn't sign a lot of people, I met a lot of people, and some of those people became my customers throughout the years. Some of those people became promoters that I met. Some of those people were nothing but another network that introduced me to, oh, now I can go set up there. Or, oh, I can go have a team event there because actually the owner is my neighbor's brother-in-law. So I was able to kind of keep expanding my network based off of one introduction of one network. And the same thing, I'd set up at vendor fairs. I'd meet the vendors beside me. I'd friend them. They maybe weren't going to become my customers, but then guess what? I got notification of other vendor events that were happening. I got to meet some of their customers and build my network. And because there were people that trusted me, it allowed me to keep on growing. So I want you guys to realize, first of all, you can't be afraid to friend people because, oh, they might think I'm just trying to spam them, or I'm just trying to, hold on, I'm trying to mute somebody. I'm just trying to spam them, or, oh, she's just friending me because she wants me to join her marketing scheme or whatever it is. If that's what they think when I send them a friend request, then I'm not doing a very good job at presenting who I am. Because when somebody comes to my page, they should be inspired. They should get to know me. They should get to know what my journey is all about. That doesn't mean that I can't post about my business. That doesn't mean that I can't post about my products. I post about my products and my business all the time. But when somebody goes to my page, they should also get something else that is of value to them. Because if I'm sending them a friend request, we sure as hell should have something in common. Maybe we work at the same hospital. Maybe we live in the same city, town, or state. Maybe we grew up in the same area. Maybe we went to the same elementary school, or middle school, or high school, or college. Maybe our kids are in sports together or dance together. Maybe our kids go to school together. Some kind of commonality. When somebody sees that you have mutual friends and a common interest, a lot of times they're going to friend you. Now, places like Instagram and TikTok and things like that, guys, just to be honest with you, TikTok is all about friending strangers. It's all about, I don't want you to know me, because if you know me, like, I'm going to hide, right? So TikTok's, it's very acceptable. Same thing with Instagram. Instagram has very gotten it. And some of you guys are going to go right on over here to the chat, and the first thing that came to your mind was, TikTok's banning MLM. I don't listen to that bullshit, okay? Because, and the reason why I don't get hung up on any of that crap or algorithms or anything like that, and listen, guys, you can listen to anybody that you want, and I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that Facebook and every social media platform has threatened to close down MLMs since the beginning of my journey in this industry. And every year, what it does is get people to focus on attraction marketing, and then they're not posting about their products because they don't know how to do it correctly. And then they're not posting about their opportunity because they're afraid they're going to get closed down. Get a warning. Get a warning before you start freaking out, okay? Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Everybody else is going to keep on moving on. People aren't going to listen to that, okay? So you need to just stay focused on presenting your stuff. So I want to encourage you guys that once COVID lifts, sign up for some vendor events. Do some Thrive After Fives. Do some locals, okay? Guess what? We're in a whole different situation. And like I said, be stubborn about your goals, but be flexible about your method. So since you can't do X, Y, and Z, what can you do? You can get consistent with your posting. You can learn other techniques, which is going live on your Facebook page, interviewing people on your favorite products, interviewing people about their Thrive experience or their journey, or just going live, just getting consistent and letting people get to know you. You guys, I built my entire social media platforms on being real, being a mess, being very transparent, sometimes a little off my rocker. I guess I'm kind of funny sometimes, but I don't mean to be funny. It just kind of happens. But I think that's just because I am who I am, and people get to know me and they feel like they know, like, and trust me. Okay. So I want to encourage you to understand that you don't have to be super fancy. You don't have to have perfect pictures or perfect wording or perfect posts. Just get consistent and be real and show up day in, day out. Show people that you are going after your goals and you're not going to back down. You're going to be a goal setter. You're going to set this out. You're going to live exactly as you say. So be flexible about how you are doing that. I have another one I'm going to read to you as soon as I can get my phone to show me them. Because you guys, these kind of motivational things are super, super awesome. Hold on. Ever since I lost weight, my phone doesn't always recognize me. Okay, so the other one today, and I saved this one. Oh, of course it's gone. Okay, but I saved it, so don't worry. I saved it because it was super important. Screenshot it. Where's it at? Swear to God, I screenshot it. Oh, here it is. You'll never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret to your success is found in your daily routine. And that's a John Maxwell quote. It comes down to what you're doing day in, day out, right? So I've been posting that daily accountability. Some of you guys are like, oh, it's the same thing every single day. Well, how many of you have done it every single day? Because when you start doing it every single day, you're going to see it pop up. Which app is just called Motivation. It's got like quotation. So you can just look it up. But if you type in motivation in your app store or Play Store or whatever, something's going to pop up. Get down to a daily list that is going to include, this is the most important part of your daily list, connecting with new people. I don't care how you do it. Connecting with new people, showing why somebody should join you, try your product, something like that. So connecting with new people, join you, something to do with your mindset and your belief in yourself. Okay. Follow up is huge. Do you guys realize that most people do not sign up with you because you never follow up with them after their first time of asking? And I want you to think about how many times you walk by a store, you see something on a shelf that you don't buy it the first time. What if the store all of a sudden took it off the shelf after you saw it one time? You'd be pretty pissed off. Or you would buy it from the next store you saw it offered because it was no longer offered at the store that you were going to on a regular basis. You go out of your way. You'd start to seek it out because you wanted it. Correct? Yes. How many of you guys have seen one of those Facebook ads that has something on it and you're like, oh, I should have bought that. Oh crap, where's that ad? I can't find it. And then you're like Googling, you're searching, and you're trying to find it and you buy it then. But you buy it probably from a different store than you originally saw it from because those people can't follow up. So I want you to think about this. And I said this on the live earlier today, and we have no clue, none, what this announcement's going to be on the 7th. If it's bonuses, though, I want you to ask yourself, what are you willing to sacrifice to earn them? What are you willing to sacrifice? January 15th, 2017, I said yes to this opportunity at midnight on the dot. January 14th was the first day I thrived. That afternoon, I knew that I was going to run full speed ahead. And from the moment that I put Thrive in my mouth, I went live on Facebook. I shared my excitement, not about the product, because I actually had to retire, like leave and walk away from my previous business. I got excited about the opportunity first. Not going to lie, guys. Before I even tried the product, I got excited about the opportunity. And when I hit go, I had already talked to enough people that I went VIP 100, VIP 1600, and 4K within my first 24 hours because I talked to everybody. My excitement was to everybody. And I had to do that off of social media at first. Okay. So it was like my friends, my coworkers, my family, everything. And I was working full time at this point. I want you guys to realize this. If you work a full time job, you can do Zooms before and after. You can listen to Zooms on your way to work, on your way home from work. You can listen to recordings, calls. You can listen to YouTube. You can listen to personal development. You could do three-way calls. You could do your follow-up in the bathroom when you go pee. I was doing Zooms while I was pulling meds. Now, listen, I don't recommend that, but I was doing that, okay? Because I owed $45,000 in debt to the government. I had a tax lien on my car or on my house. I owed my dad's funeral bill, and I had phone calls coming in every single day. I had no choice. And I hated going to work because I had PTSD after my dad's death. And it took me all this time to go back into nursing. Because when you flip from being a nurse and daughter to a caregiver, to the one person in this world that's your number one cheerleader, and you lack support from home, and you're trying to do it and trying to keep your shit together and keep a business running and trying to be a mom, and then you've got friends telling you you haven't been there for them, so then your friends leave you. Listen, you got to decide that your goals are worth running for. You'll always have excuses. You'll always have things that are going to happen in your life. But you have to decide, and this is where your mindset comes up, guys. Every single day, you're not going to wake up motivated. Every single day, you're not going to wake up as a go-getter. In fact, some days you're going to say, fuck this. Fuck this. Everybody quit. What good is this? How am I supposed to do this? I don't know anybody. And you're going to have a pity party. It's true. It's going to happen. Because some days I wake up and I think, what the hell have I been doing for the past 2 years? Like, I'm a badass. I know I am. I know I wouldn't be where I'm at if I wouldn't have done the things that I did to get here. I know that I wouldn't have a successful team if I didn't teach layered leadership along the way. Have I been 100%? No. Could I focus on that all day long? Sure. Or I can pull up my big girl panties and I can say, shit, if they drop these bonuses on the side, I'm going to grab every single one of them under my man's account. I'm going to go 200K all over again. That's what I decided. All I want to know is who's going to do it with me. Because there's everybody on here can do it. If I started on January 15th as a brand new promoter, granted, I'd spent years working in the industry, but I never reached out to a single person on Facebook or anywhere that didn't ask me for information first. Did you hear that? I didn't. That didn't ask me for information first. Now, we might have been having conversations in Messenger about something totally different, but guess what, guys? It always came up. They would always get around to asking me because they'd see it in my stories. They'd see it posted on my Facebook. I'd have a deal. I'd have that product that made them ask that question. So when I came in as a brand new promoter in January of 2017, I didn't have, I had a network because of people that I had added, people that I had friended, people that have seen me be consistent, people that saw me lose my dad, seen me like crumble and struggle for months and months and months. I wasn't some rock star when people joined me. I wasn't. I was probably the least consistent that I had ever been in my life since I started. However, because people saw me continue to show up day in, day out, they didn't know what my back office looked like. They didn't know what my business looked like. They just knew that I was hungry and I was claiming goals, and buddy, I was going to do it because my mindset was, I have no choice. I'm going to make this happen. So every single one of you guys on here right now can go 200K. And if they have these bonuses, that's a listen. I don't know how much this bonus will be, but just say, we'll just pretend that it would be back in 2017. It was a $200,000 bonus. They said that you had until April 30th to go 200K. Now you had to do that in a full month. What would you be willing to sacrifice? TV, some private time. You got to have that conversation with your family first off. Let me just say that. Part of the reason why I've struggled over the past couple years is because I was living in, and I don't want to make my husband sound like a bad guy, okay? But he had zero motivation. Zero. None. None. He'd sit on the couch and do nothing. He didn't talk. There was lack of support. Not support in like, he never believed that I wouldn't do it. He knew that anything I set my mind to, I would do. But lack of support as in, I still had to take the kids everywhere. I still had to make sure everything was paid. I still had to make sure that the groceries were done. I still had to figure out what was for dinner. Even if he was going to make it, I still had to figure out, and I had to make sure the food was in the house that was going to do it, or what we were going to order, or where we were going to pick it up from. I had lack of support in many ways, and I didn't have somebody pushing me to believe in more. I had team. But you see, guys, when you live in a negative environment, it breeds a negative environment. So my kids were being affected. I was being affected. And I finally had enough. And now I'm in a positive environment. And my goals and my visions and my dreams are so big. My kids are smiling and I'm excited for the future. And I'm setting goals again. And I'm getting a plan together again. So your mindset and who you surround yourself with day in, day out matters. Because I decided to walk away from that negative environment and I decided to plant myself with the clothes on my back and start over. And walk away from it all because material things are just that, material. So I want you guys to decide like what it is that you want to accomplish, and try not to attach that to something that has a dollar sign beside it. Even though you're going to achieve a dollar sign, like what are you going to accomplish? Is it freedom of time? Is it being able to put your kids in sports or take your kids on a trip or vacation? Is it being able to add that addition onto your house? Is it being able to build something? Is it being able to accomplish dreams that you've had on your vision board, or maybe this is the first time you created a vision board forever that you've never actually checked off? I was just having this discussion today about my student loans being on my dream board since the beginning of my journey, because they were something that like held over my head. And Tim said, you could have had those paid off if you would have just taken a few of your checks each month and put it towards it. I said, oh my God. Oh, you mean instead of getting the best suite when you went on vacation or getting first class every time you go? Oh, you can spend money wisely instead of nickel and diming yourself. What's that? And I said, I'm going to pay off the rest of my credit card debt by the end of the month. This month. I'm going to buy X, Y, and Z by next month. And I'm setting goals for every single month this year that I want to accomplish. And I already told you, as soon as those bonuses are announced, I'm going to go 200K on his account. Like, I've already decided that. I've already am like, okay, what do I need to do? I'm lining up my potentials right now. So you're seeing me post about the business. My mindset is there. I'm doing daily accountability posts. I'm getting on Zooms. I'm writing my goals out. I'm doing my follow-up. I'm doing everything right now. I'm starting to get consistent on the different social networks. Obviously, I've been consistent on Facebook, but back into some of my other networks so that I can grow some more reach, and so that other people can, see my opportunity. So I'm making sure all my links are working correctly, and then I'm dropping the bombs, and I'm putting the hooks out there, and I am building my potentials list. Who do I want to run with? Who wants this so badly that they need to make it happen? And then I'm going to run with them. So your mindset is going to make or break you. Who you're surrounding yourself with, that negative party, like, you've got to get rid of the pity parties. The woe is me's, you've got to get rid of that. Whether it's people around you or in your own head, you have to say, whatever I don't know, I'm going to learn. And this is where we come to resources. Okay? You guys, Brittany Hyder, I asked her to get on here tonight with me because the reality of it is, Brittany is like, I don't know, super green queen. That's what I'll call her. Super green queen, right? She is the most organized person I think I have ever met in my life. I don't even know how her brain works. Okay. But she always has all the Zooms, all the calls. She's always posting them for the page. She always is posting like a daily list of some kind somewhere. She's incredible. Jan, me too. I do got a Brittany. And I've latched on to her since I realized who she was from the beginning of time, right? But Brittany is incredible with resources. And, guys, I'll tell you, and Brittany, I'm just going to brag on you for just a second. Brittany did not believe in herself at all. But she was getting these phenomenal results. I'm like, girl, you have the knowledge and you've got the results. Like, let's do this. Let's make this happen. And it was like a slow build up until COVID hit. And then when COVID hit, Brittany had that reality where she had more time on her hands, and it was like, I got to make this work. And Brittany, that's why I want to bring you in, because you've been consistent, period, since, I don't even know. When did I originally ask you? It's been a couple years at this point.
July 2018.
July 2018. Damn, girl. How do you remember that?
Because that's when Burn was released, and that's when I started seeing results.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, that's fair enough. But seriously, you have been consistent ever since, but you got even more next level consistent whenever COVID hit last year. So will you tell people a little bit about your journey and your story and how your mindset changed? Because it all comes together, and then we're going to talk about the resources, and I'm going to let you share some of that stuff that you're putting on those things so that people know where to find it, right?
Okay, so my story, technically I hit the button in 2017, did absolutely nothing with it. Tried the products, used a few, used them highly incorrectly. But when Burn was released in 2018, I was like, okay, thermogenesis, I've heard about that. Like, I know what that shit does. I know it works. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get serious. So I got serious with Burn. Amanda and I hooked up in October of 2018. She asked me to be on I think a live or a call or something. Still seeing results. December 2018, I think it was, I hit 4K because they were doing the double qualifying months, I think is what they called it. Double volume months, maybe. So I hit 4K, but not 4K like real volume, like 2K that wants to be a 4K. So when January rolled around, I was like, shit, there's no way I'm getting that back, because let's be honest, I wasn't really 4K. I was a 2K pretending to be a 4K. Not that any of that matters, but whatever. So I lost rank until March of 2020. What was last year? 2020, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yes.
2020. When COVID hit, I knew the only way we would be able to stay in this house and pay for our cars and have the life that we want is if I got off my ass and I made it work. So I got off my ass and I made it work. And I got my 4K back. And then the next month I got 12K. And then the next month that was 30K. And then roughly I've stayed about 25, 30 every month since. So I got that auto bonus in the first month and I haven't lost it since.
Sorry, I couldn't unmute. Yeah, so I mean, first off, you guys, do you realize how many people quit if they would have been Brittany? Would have quit because of how long it took her to get to 4K, which then, I'm not even, that the way it plays in your head, I'm not really even 4K. How am I going to even get there? I'm really only 2K. And then you're like, what's the point? And then going from that just a few months later, just a few months later to 12K and then up. You guys, what? Like, think about that. And then guess what? Brittany's putting herself in a position and her team in a position that January 7th, they announced these bonuses, if that's what it is. I'm just saying. I think they're dropping hints of bonuses. Okay. What do you think's going to happen to her team? Everybody hit their ranks without those bonuses. So what do you think's going to happen to her? Now, she's going to explode. She's going to explode because, and I'm going to tell you this, do not be focused on your own rank. In order for me to hit and go where I want to go, means I got to find some people that hit a hell of a lot of things before I ever do. I need to have a lot of people that are hungry and that I can show them that I'm going to be there to teach them the way, that I'm going to be there to guide them to believe in themselves until they believe in themselves. You need to figure out what the people joining you are trying to accomplish. In fact, that should be one of the very first things. And then you need to be real with them about what it's going to take. And just be honest. What would X, Y, and Z do for your family? How much money do you need to make a week? If they want to join the business, are you doing it to earn your products? Just make a little bit extra money. Are you doing this because you're aiming to buy something? Or are you saving for something? Or are you trying to do this so that maybe you could have dance money for your kids? How much is that dance money? Okay, this is what you need to do to accomplish that. Now, I can't tell people the exact things, but if somebody came to me tomorrow and said, I need to make $120 a week, I'd say, okay, well, I know that you're going to get a $40 fast start bonus if you go and, actually, was it 30, or is it 30 or $40 for a 200 pack? 30. Okay, so you need to sell 4 of these a week. Listen, you can make more than that. Or wait, yeah. 4 times 30, yeah, $120, okay? My kids' dance class, $120 a week. You could sell 4 200 packs a week, okay? Or you could go and get some customers and sign some referrals and then sell 2 or 3 200 packs, okay? But I know fast starts, or you can go sell a 400 pack and get $80, okay? Do that. Sell a 400 pack a week. That's what you got to do. And if your focus is doing that and you're showing somebody how to do that, how would you teach somebody how to sell a 400 pack tomorrow? Some of you guys are like, I don't know, I've never sold a 400 pack. Okay, well, teach people how to pre-sell mini experiences, and boom, you just taught people how to sell a 400 pack. Go teach people how to sell mini experiences. A $25 experience, $20 if you want to push it, and you can show somebody how to sell a 400 pack. Focus on one step at a time. Can you sell a mini experience? If you cannot sell a mini experience, you need to get focused there first. Because if you can't sell a mini experience, you're going to have a hard time signing customers. Okay? Because why? Are you afraid to ask for the sale? I want you to break this down, guys, for a second, because I'm sorry I got off topic, but I really do need to focus on that. And I'm going to tell Brittany to go on about the resources because it's important for you to know where to find things. But mini experiences are 100% one of the most critical things that you need to learn how to do in this business. The more mini experiences that you are able to get out, the more people that are thriving, that are going to have belief in the product, that are going to jump on this opportunity. Just like Derek said last night, most people that get a mini experiences, they either order as a customer or they order as a promoter. Why? Because they fell in love with the product. Once they've tried the product, they can talk about their real life experience about the product. For me trying a mini experience sold me. It sold me. Some of you guys like, I don't sell mini experience. Okay, good. You don't do that. You go, don't teach your team that. You don't do that because your team's going to do everything that you do. Don't go teach them how to sell mini experiences. Again, there's more ways to the beach than just your way. So be open to learning and teaching other things. Maybe you don't sell that many experiences and you're a rock star. Maybe you don't do three-way calls and you're a rock star. Great. Wait till you see how that works out when you don't duplicate anything. Okay? I promise you, master selling mini experiences. Make it a focus over these next week or two. Master learning how to sign a free customer account. I'm telling you this because the fundamentals of this business come down to people trying the product, getting free customer accounts, because that's going to give you follow-ups. That's also going to get the product in front of people. The fundamentals in this business are utilizing three-way calls, asking for testimonies, sharing testimonies, somebody to hear a third-party validation of some kind. Doesn't have to be in a three-way call. It can be on a Zoom. It can be on a live. It can be on whatever it is. But somebody else's testimony to your Aunt Sally that doesn't believe you because she changed your diapers. But Aunt Sally hears Sue over here talking about, oh my God, I got out of bed yesterday. And all of a sudden it's a miracle. And she wants it. But you've been telling her that for 2 or 3 years and she hasn't listened to a word you've said. How many of you guys got kids? Okay, you got kids? Great. How many times have you told them to do something and they haven't done it? But then their friend comes along and it's the coolest thing ever. Wake up. Okay, wake up. You've got to learn how to allow sometimes somebody else, and do not put in the mindset, well, yeah, but if they hear this person, they're going to think I just don't know what I'm talking about. No, you're looking at it all wrong. I'm not giving them this person to listen to because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm doing it because they're actually going to hear this person, and I've been muted out for years. Okay? You've got to realize that you don't have to know all the answers, and you're not going to be able to reach everybody. That sometimes that other person is going to be able to reach a lot more. So it's nothing weak on you, because some people do have that mentality, that it's like a weakness. If I don't know something, I just say it. I don't pretend like I know it. That's why people get PDF files instead of like a great big long explanation. They're like, yeah, but you're a nurse, Amanda. And I'm like, yeah, I know what it does, but I don't know what all's in it. It just works. And they're like, oh, okay, Sally, you just ate frickin' a McRib. What the fuck? Like, for real. I'm sorry I'm using all these names. If there's a Sally on here tonight, I'm sorry. I don't know. Karen's got a bad rap, man. I'm sorry. Karen keeps on getting all the screwed up names. I feel bad. Karen's been torn to hell this last year, so I just decided Sally was going to be my name tonight, right? But no, on a for real note, I want you guys to think about it, like the fundamentals, like what have the people that have been successful done? They've got samples in people's hands. They've talked to a lot of people. They've seemed to have this charisma about them where they never gave up. They didn't stop. They kept on moving forward. So get focused there. So Brittany, will you tell everybody where they can get Zooms, just the different resources that we have and some of the stuff that we've been working on to try to get a little bit organized. And listen, guys, just because this is what Brittany is telling you, by all means, get your ass in gear and do your own shit too. Your team needs a power hour, but the times don't work for you. Okay, get your shit together and get on a power hour. Zoom is free. Okay? So get on a power hour, get on a power 40 minutes or however long the free Zoom is for, and do the work. Just hop on it. You guys don't even need to know what you're doing. Just say, okay, what did she say we need to do? Oh, we need to make new friends. Okay, let's go add new friends. Let's go join a group and make a post. Let's go post a TikTok. Let's go post on Instagram. Let's go live on Facebook after we get done with this power hour. Like, make a list, grab your team, grab some sidelines, whatever, if you don't have team, and just do it. Because you know that you need to, but the times that she says doesn't work out. Okay, go ahead, Brittany. Tell them some resources.
Well, one is Zooms. Oh, look, you're in one. We have 8,000,001 every single week. So the main ones I try to post every single time they come out. When I see the replay pop up on my screen, I'm posting it in the Dream Team. If I need to post elsewhere, I will, but Dream Team 2020 should be one of your main pages. It is where 94% of your resources are going to be. You like that number? Not 90, not 95, 94. Other resources are your back office. If you don't know how to use it, get with an upline, downline, sideline, crossline, whatever. Have them walk you through where things are in your back office. It is the most beautiful free tool you could ever ask for. Literally everything in there.
And listen, there's this handy thing that when you click the menu button, you scroll on down and you hit support, that you could send a ticket in for something that you can't find. Instead of just getting pissy about your upline not getting back to you, how about you go do the damn work yourself? Okay?
On that note, there's 4,001 ways to search a Facebook group.
Yes.
So please do some of the work yourself.
Yes.
I love my entire team. I love everybody's team, but I feel like I answer the same 3 questions every single day.
Oh yeah, girl, you gotta get used to that. You do. You're gonna, and every time somebody,
and that's fine. But you need to know how to use your resources.
Mm-hmm.
My life is banana sacks. Amanda's life is banana sacks. I run an in-home dog foster care. Everything has a search option. So Facebook page has it. Team chats have it. Mm-hmm. If you don't know how to use certain features, ask somebody. I'm happy to show you how to use these features so that you can find the stuff yourself from now on.
Listen, I'm like the queen of resources, okay? You want to know how I keep the queen of resources operating? I'm not organized, all right? So I never delete anything. So I go to search, literally, on my emails, if I can't find a customer's username, whatever, or I can't figure out how to spell their name because it's like spelled freaky, I go to my emails. I did it tonight, and I type in their first name, or I type in Labelle customer, or I'll type in customer, or anyways, then all my customers pop up because I saved every email from all my customers that have ever enrolled. Or I'll go to my text, which I hardly ever get text, but back in the Stone Age, whenever Instagram was like a hot commodity and like you couldn't message on Instagram, everybody texted me. So I would go to my text and I'll search a word. Or if I want to search a conversation, I'll type in the word mini, or I'll type in promoter or some word like that, and I can find stuff. Or I put stuff in my notes section of my phone. I put it there sometimes. Or like she said, in groups, I type one word and search, and then I find. Don't know how to go live, or you need a live challenge? Well, don't wait for a live challenge. You need to push yourself. Go type into the group live challenge. Go do one of the ones that we've done in the past, or initiate and say, who wants to do a live challenge? I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it, because as long as I'm doing something, it's better than nothing, right? On Facebook, just in general, you guys, I can't tell you how many times that I have searched the word giveaway or one of our product lines, and I've taken posts that have been similar, changed up the wording just a little bit, and put out a better picture, utilize that. When I first joined Labelle, I didn't know how to sell mini experiences, so I did that a lot. I typed in, Labelle, I did 3-day sample. I typed in anything I could, and it was like sidelines and other people that had done this, but I searched all the posts to the ones that had the most comments and likes. The ones that had the most comments and likes, I knew got a lot of views, and I knew that there had to be a reason why people liked that post. There had to have been some catchy phrase or catchy word. Don't believe me that there's sometimes just something catchy about something or tricky about the wording. And don't make people think that things are free when they're not. Give a dog a bone. If you're going to make it sound free, you better do some kind of, and this is what I'm saying, these resources are endless, okay? Just like if you're thinking about, oh, let me go back to my thought process before I started to go on. Make sure, shut up, Brittany, shut up. Tim's over here laughing at me too. But the thing is that make sure that if you're going to do some kind of giveaway, that you definitely have them sign up as a free customer. Have them share your post, have them tag somebody, have them like your post. You want them commenting on your post, sharing your post, liking your post. You want to get as much interaction on that post as possible, but you also want to have their stuff for their follow-up. And then what you can do is by doing that, each thing they do, they get an entry for. Okay, or they have to do all 4 to get 1 entry. And then you do a drawing for 1 or 2 mini experiences or whatever it might be. You might even decide that, you know what, maybe my giveaway will do better if I give away cash or an Amazon gift card. Whatever. Whether it's $50 in product or $50 from Amazon, so what? Do one of them. If you're going to make more money from it, if you're going to get enough views, you got to have so many entries in order to do that giveaway, right? It doesn't have to be $50. It can be $10. It can be a coffee cup, for God's sake. Well, don't do coffee cups like that. You know, we don't drink as much coffee. Anyways, you know what I'm getting at here. People like free. Okay. So, but the next thing I was going to say was go to the Labelle fan page. You need testimonies, you need stories, you need before and after pictures. Have you sent in your Labelle story? Have you sent in your Thrive experience? If not, get it wrote up and share it. You guys, the other day, it was my goal to sit down and write my experience. And I haven't done it yet. I put that as a goal the other day. And to be honest with you, I slept till 3:00. Whatever. Okay? It happened. But, but, so what? It happened. I need to have it done. I set a deadline for myself. I want to have it submitted and I want to have it posted on my 4-year anniversary. I think I might go get one of those balloons. You know, those little rose gold balloons with the 4 on them. Go stand somewhere fancy, kicking up my feet and pulling out my hair with a 4 and smiling. I don't know. Maybe that'll get me some good views. But my point is, I want to get one of those balloons, maybe not, to celebrate 4 years with this incredible company. And then guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to blast it all over my personal Facebook about how it was the best decision that I've ever made, because without it, I wouldn't have been able to do the things that I have done, meet the people that are in my life day in, day out. So scroll down that page, see a story that you're inspired by. If that person's story inspires you to where you want to go, then that's how you share that story. You say, you see this girl right here and what she accomplished? Watch me. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to accomplish. Don't believe me. Sit where you're at, but I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to go do it. And you have to speak with so much belief in yourself and so much confidence in yourself that you make everybody believe that you're about ready to do this shit. And then you got to walk the walk, because talking the talk isn't going to get you where you're trying to go. You have to actually do the actions. You have to show up. You have to make the things happen that you're saying that you're going to make happen. Otherwise, you lose your credibility. The moment that you stop being consistent and the moment that you stop showing up in this world is the moment that people are going to stop believing that you're a badass. Like, some of you guys have never even seen me be a badass, but I say I'm a badass, so you think I'm a badass. Okay? But for real, I'm a badass. I am. Do you believe me? Yeah. Am I a mass enroller? No, I've never been a mass enroller. Guess what? I just did. I just changed my own mindset. You better watch that. What you speak is what you sow. Okay? So what do I need to do? I need to change that and say, I'm going to be a mass fucking enroller. Excuse my language. I hope there's no kids on. If they are, they should be in bed. No, I'm just joking. Some of you guys, it's like 6 o'clock. And you're like, Amanda, I'm on the West Coast. Shut up. Yeah, I see you, Lena. I see you. What are you eating? You're eating something. Oh, she's eating raspberries. Of course you're eating raspberries. While I just ate some cotton candy ice cream. Hey, it was just a little bit. But no, for real. So, okay. The other thing was the consistency. So Brittany just told you about the resources. You guys seriously go and click the tabs in your back office. You don't know who your customers are, go and look at your customers. Don't know who your referrals are, go look and see who are signed up for auto ships, right? And then follow up on your auto ships. Don't know where to start on your follow-up list? There you go. Go to your customers, check who's on auto ship, who's not on auto ship. Chances are most aren't on auto ship, so now is a great time to follow up with those. Guess what? Those are potential promoters. Some of those people quit ordering because they don't have any money. What if now they could get their products again because they set these new year goals and they don't have money, but they could join this opportunity for free, hit the go, hit up promoter, and boom, go after those VIP bonuses, pay off their credit cards they just ran up for Christmas, and run until, I don't know, their stimulus money runs out and they get their income tax check, and then that runs out. Whatever, okay? Set that vision for them. Where do they want to go on vacation this year? Because that's what's happening right now. People are starting to think about vacations. Some people. Some people are paralyzed still with COVID, and that's okay if you are. That's okay if you are. I am choosing to go to Cabo, And I know some of you guys aren't, and that's totally okay. But I'm going to Cabo. I'm going to live because tomorrow's not promised. And I'm going to do precautions. Just like when I go to the hospital, listen, people will yell at me about going to Cabo, but they won't yell at me about going to going to the hospital and taking care of COVID patients. Double standard much? Yes. Yes. Okay. So the reality of it is, be safe, make your decisions, stay healthy, protect your immune system, and live. Okay? Live. Make your choices. And don't judge people. Don't judge people. Okay? So anyways, what else was there? Consistency. Make your list. Get consistent with it. Know that you've got to show up. Get your mindset. Set your goals. You guys got to speak those goals every single day into existence. Every single day. You've got to remind yourself. If you have trouble with motivation, then you need to get a vision board. And you need to sit it somewhere that you trigger where your motivation is. If it is first thing in the morning when you wake up, then your vision board should be in your bedroom. So that is the first thing that you see when you get out of bed. Does your mindset change when and listen, maybe it's all the time. Maybe all the time you get up and you're just like lack of being motivated all the time. Then put something as your screensaver on your phone. That is your why. Okay. I can tell you the screensavers on my phone are both very meaningful things to me, right? So what are those? Well, I'll show you. I'll show you my wallpapers. And it's just, they're two things that are super meaningful, okay? So one of them, me and my girls, okay? And then the other one, well, you can't see it because it's got my stuff behind it, but it's me and Tim, okay? And that is truthfully, those are the two things like that I'm focused on and that make me happy and that make me pumped up and excited about life, and knowing that the things that I need to work towards are the things that are going to put me in a better position to have more time with all of them. Okay. So it's almost 10 o'clock. Brittany, is there any last things that you can think of that you want to kind of give people a go for? Because you guys, I promise you, if you get consistent with stuff every day, you get your mindset right every day. Like I used to get up and listen to Les Brown first thing in the morning. If you've never listened to Les Brown, you need to listen to Les Brown. Okay. Just do it for a couple days. You'll see what I'm talking about. Or blast some positive music, or I don't know, like whatever. Wear a shirt that says, the shirt that I wore today was from a boutique. It says, she is fierce, she is ambitious, she is strong, she is worthy. Like you guys, like get some positive stuff. Like I said, that motivational thing that pops up on my phone. Get yourself a calendar, put your Zooms in it. I showed you guys today, hold on. I have all my bills over here. I have different Zooms through the week. I have days that I work. I also have been setting things. Okay, well, I have this tomorrow. I have that the next day. Put those things on, because your actions every day, what you focus on every day, is going to be what you accomplish. Okay, go ahead, Brittany.
No, that's it. Like, I think don't make excuses of why you can fail. You need to give yourself why you will succeed. So when I was working 70 hours a week, I was listening to Zooms on replays to work, from work, bathroom breaks, lunch break. There's always times to do things. There's always things that could be done. I think you need to make yourself some kind of list. I'm a bingo freak. I like that. If that doesn't work for you, find something that does. Nothing else worked for me. The list didn't work. I mean, there was several other options, but those didn't work. So if something doesn't work for you, make it your own. Make it so it's fun, a competition with yourself, so that you're always getting your tasks done. You're getting your Zooms done. Yes, motivation and mindset are huge. It's something I do first thing in the morning as well. If it's not a morning Zoom, it's affirmations in the morning. It's 100 Days to Brave the book. It's several different options. There's a million ways to get your ass in gear. If it's 70s rap music at 6 a.m., word, do it. If it's shirts, if it's clothes, if it's book, if it's journal, whatever it is, find it and do it.
Yeah. And I also want to say this. Don't wait on the next sale. Don't wait on the next BOGO. Don't woe is me if your customer messages you and says, oh, I wish I would have ordered once a BOGO. I wish I would have waited. Boo-hoo. And guess what else? There are going to be delays on shipping. That happens. It's real. It sucks. It's customer service. Make it right somehow, some way. But people need to be realistic. We are in the middle of a pandemic. And we just came out of the holidays. It will
and an election year.
And
Everything
an election year. And people are lazy and quit their jobs. And people don't like to work when they're even paid to work. They sit on their ass, and half the employees don't do what they're supposed to do, and they don't scan the stuff for the tracking to be accurate, and all of the above. So let's just be real. Things happen that are out of Lavelle's control. Granted, there was an issue in the UK. Guess what? Drew called me, said, issues resolved. We won't have that problem again. And we haven't had it since, except for pandemic related. By the way, I just found out today the UK, Scotland, everything's going on lockdown at midnight. So if you have customers in the UK, you have people in the UK, just know they're going through a whole nother lockdown. Okay, because there's like this variant of corona. I don't know. And before anybody judges, I've got to go get the second vaccine on Wednesday. So I'll let you know if I grow a third head. You'll see it on my lives. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. I literally, I'm doing it because I'm working in the ER and on the COVID floor, and I'm going to be working midnight weekends for the next 3 weekends, on the COVID unit at the University Hospital. Unfortunately, that is packed. And it sucks. You gotta say a prayer for me. I don't want to get it. But I've had the vaccine at this point, so hopefully I don't. If that works, I don't know. The flu vaccine never worked. I see people get the flu that had the flu. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. Okay, I'm doing what I'm doing, so I actually get to go to work and have insurance for my family. There, I said it. Okay, wear your mask, wash your hands, take care of your guys' self. But remember why you're doing this business. Keep on showing up for yourself. Remember, people aren't going to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. Okay? So I love you all. I hope everyone has a good night, and I will get this recording up as soon as it is uploaded. And yeah, bye guys. Have a good one. Thanks for joining us, and thank you, Brittany. Maybe if I can